Angels and Demons is a thriller novel by American author Dan Brown. It is the first book in the Robert Langdon series and was first published in 2000. The story revolves around Robert Langdon, a Harvard symbologist who is called to investigate the murder of a physicist and the theft of a dangerous antimatter from a research facility in Switzerland. As Langdon and Vittoria Vetra, a scientist who worked with a murdered physicist, race against time to recover the antimatter and save the Vatican from destruction, they uncover a sinister conspiracy involving the ancient secret society of the Illuminati. The story begins with the murder of Leonardo Vetra, a physicist who worked at CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research in Switzerland. The killer, who signs his murders with the Illuminati symbol, has stolen a dangerous antimatter sample that Vetra had been working on. The director of CERN contacts Robert Langdon, a Harvard symbologist, for help in solving the murder and recovering the antimatter. Langdon arrives in Switzerland and meets with Maximilian Kohler, the director of the facility where Vetra worked. Kohler shows Langdon the antimatter, which is stored in a canister the size of a flashlight battery. The canister contains a small amount of antimatter, which, if allowed to come into contact with regular matter, would result in a massive explosion. Kohler explains that the Vatican has requested Langdon's help in identifying the Illuminati symbol found on Vetra's body, as well as in retrieving the antimatter, which has been stolen by the killer. Kohler reveals that the antimatter was intended to be used as a source of energy for a new particle accelerator that CERN was developing in collaboration with the Vatican. Langdon and Kohler rush to the Vatican, where they meet with the Camerlengo, the Pope's right-hand man. The Camerlengo reveals that the Pope has died, and a new Pope must be elected. He also informs them that 4 cardinals, who are the frontrunners to become the new Pope, have been kidnapped by the Illuminati. The Illuminati have threatened to kill 1 cardinal per hour starting at 8 p.m., and have also revealed that they have placed the stolen antimatter somewhere in the Vatican City, where it will explode at midnight. Langdon and Kohler are joined by Vittoria Vetra, Leonardo Vetra's adopted daughter and a scientist who had been working with him on the antimatter project. Langdon and Vittoria set out to find the 4 kidnapped cardinals, while Kohler works on locating the stolen antimatter. Langdon and Vittoria discover that the Illuminati have left a trail of clues that lead to the 4 churches of the Path of Illumination, an ancient pathway that represents the Illuminati's history and beliefs. The churches are located at the 4 points of the Illuminati's cross, which is formed by the obelisk in St. Peter's Square. Langdon and Vittoria race against time to decipher the clues and find the kidnapped cardinals. Along the way, they are helped by Inspector Olivetti, the head of the Vatican Police, and Commander Richter, the head of the Swiss Guard. However, they also encounter obstacles, such as the assassin who killed Leonardo Vetra and is now targeting Langdon and Vittoria, as well as the fact that one of the kidnapped cardinals is being held in a sealed chamber with only an hour's worth of air. As Langdon and Vittoria progress along the path of illumination, they realize that the Illuminati have a much larger agenda than just the murder of the cardinals and the theft of the antimatter. The Illuminati are seeking revenge against the Catholic Church for their historical persecution of the society. The Illuminati believe that the Church has suppressed scientific knowledge and persecuted those who dared to challenge their authority. They plan to use the antimatter as a weapon to destroy the Vatican and, in turn, the Church's power. As Langdon and Vittoria uncover more clues, they realize that the Illuminati have infiltrated the Vatican at the highest level. They suspect that the Camerlengo, who is acting as the Pope's proxy during the conclave, may be involved in the conspiracy. Langdon and Vittoria race against time to stop the Illuminati's plan and save the Vatican from destruction. In the climax of the novel, Langdon and Vittoria find the 4th and final cardinal and discover that he is being held in the Illuminati's lair. They also locate the stolen antimatter, which has been rigged to explode in the lair. Langdon and Vittoria try to disable the bomb, but they are too late, and the antimatter explodes, killing the assassin and destroying the lair. The Camerlengo, who has been revealed as the mastermind behind the Illuminati's plan, takes advantage of the chaos to stage his own ascension to the papacy. He claims that the explosion was a sign from God and that he has been chosen to lead the church through these troubled times. However, Langdon and Vittoria discover that the Camerlengo had killed the Pope and orchestrated the entire conspiracy to further his own ambition. Langdon confronts the Camerlengo and reveals the truth to the cardinals and the Swiss Guard. The Camerlengo, overcome with guilt, sets himself on fire and jumps to his death from the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica. The novel ends with the election of a new pope and Langdon and Vittoria parting ways, having completed their mission to save the Vatican and prevent a catastrophic disaster. Overall, Angels and Demons is a fast-paced and suspenseful thriller that keeps the reader engaged from start to finish. Dan Brown's use of historical and scientific references, as well as his vivid descriptions of the Vatican and its surroundings, add to the book's intrigue and make it an enjoyable read for anyone who enjoys a good mystery. Unravel the secrets of the Vatican and join symbologist Robert Langdon on a heart-stopping race against time to prevent the destruction of the Catholic Church in Dan Brown's thrilling page-turner, Angels and Demons. Buy now from the link in the description and discover the truth behind the ancient Illuminati conspiracy that threatens to shake the very foundations of faith and science.